Tidy 80s guys, 80s and 90s video world. Yeah! Hey everybody, I am the one, the only Tidy 80s guy, and welcome to Tidy 80s guys. Great 80s and 90s museum. I want to kick off this big Season 3 finale with a greatly big announcement. So, in celebration of Super Mario Maker 2 releasing next Friday, June 28th, only on Nintendo Switch, I have created a new content for Season 4. It will be called Super Tidy-O Maker. In these episodes, I will be giving you detailed previews of the courses that I've created. One course per episode. Also, in celebration of Super Mario Maker 2 and Nintendo's E3, I want to show you one of my new shirts that I got last year at my local Wally World. It says Periodic Table of Super Mario, and it's got a lot of different enemies and characters from the Super Mario series, including Donkey Kong. I thought with all the different tiles there, it reminded me of how you dragged items onto the screen to create courses in Super Mario Maker 2. And also it's a joke about the periodic table of elements in science. Here's a close-up of my shirt as I tell you just how excited I am for Super Mario Maker 2 with the course descriptions that allows me to give each of my courses its own story and clear conditions so I can make much better adventure courses than the ones I made on the Wii U Super Mario Maker. I'm sorry that Super Mario Mario, Super Luigi Mario, Louie Fluis the Flying Harmonica Fish, and Doc Brown from Back to the Future will not be in this episode. I wanted to finish filming and uploading this episode a lot quicker, so I asked them to stay out of it. But don't worry, because in next season they will have important new roles. So definitely look forward to that. So now on to all of that Nintendo Direct E3 2019 greatness. Unlike last year's E3 Direct, where Nintendo only showed several games and spent most of the time talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, this year they showed off a bunch of games that I'm interested in. But before I in you, go below in the video description and click on Greatly special link number 1, and it will take you to the YouTube link for the whole Nintendo E3 Direct. So that was great, wasn't it? A lot of awesome stuff on display. Now I'm going to start talking about that awesomeness in the order that it appeared in the Direct. Up first is Luigi's Mansion 3, and I still don't like that title because 1 and 2 are still not available on the Switch. And I hope that someday Nintendo will be nice enough to make maybe a 2-pack of 1 and 2 on one game card. Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon both deserve to be remastered with better sound and a lot of extra content, and not just stuck on the 3DS. Let's face it, the 3DS is dying and Nintendo needs to focus on the Nintendo Switch. But anyway, my favorite thing about Luigi's Mansion 3 is all the exploration that you do in the game. Luigi has a new Poltergust known as the Poltergust G00, which stands for Goo, because he has a new partner, a clone of him known as Gooigi, who is made out of green goo. Gooigi can go places where Luigi can't, and as always, Luigi can use the Poltergust to suck up all kinds of treasure, and I'm going to really enjoy interacting with all the different detailed objects in this game and sucking up all the treasure I can find. So I'm looking forward to exploring the ghost-filled, sprawling hotel known as the Last Resort later this year. Next, it's the remake of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I admit that when they first showed this game off on February 13th, 2019, during a Nintendo Direct, I really didn't like the graphical style. But now, after seeing it in this Nintendo Direct E3, I thought it was beautiful and really fit the game very well. The more I saw of it, the more I wanted to watch more of it. You look like you were lost in a giant toy playset. It was shiny, plasticky beauty. The little characters are very cute, and in fact it reminds me of an old 90s Nick Jr. series known as The Little Bits. With a little bit of love, the world could be a better place for you and me. We're the little bits. We're the little bits. But anyway, the game looks beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be playing it when it releases on September 20th. Third is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I, to this day, have never played an Animal Crossing game. I wanted it on the GameCube, but didn't get it, and I wanted New Leaf on the 3DS, and guess what? I have the copy still sealed, but I've never played it. And I have no intentions in playing it because the new one is coming out next year. Yes, it was delayed till March 20th, 2020, and we thought we were getting it later this year. This time you fly to a desert island and you have to build it up yourself. It's just like before. You collect all kinds of things and sell things and get bells and all that stuff. It looks really nice, and I am definitely going to be getting it next year. But there's only one thing that really bothers me about the game, and that is no cloud save support. They say that people will manipulate time and set time back so they can get extra items and stuff. You know, this is not a game about leaderboards and high scores. It's about having fun and playing the game how you want to play it. So I really don't think that's fair, and I hope Nintendo will change that and put cloud saves in here, or people are going to end up losing their save file, and that'd be like hundreds of hours gone and have to start all the way over from scratch. But anyway, I'm excited about this one too, and I'm going to be getting it next year. Now I have time, TYME, to talk about one last major thing that was shown in the Nintendo Direct. And it was Banjo-Kazooie being announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate! Rumors had been floating around and people wanted this for a long time, and even Microsoft's head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, wanted Banjo-Kazooie in Smash, and he said it would be no problem. And sure enough, Nintendo and Microsoft worked together to bring Rare's classic Bear and Bird duo to Smash Ultimate. Now, before I tie in you, go down here in the video description and click on GRRRReatly special link number 2 to see the reveal trailer for that, because it was awesome. I loved playing Banjo-Kazooie in the late 90s on my Nintendo 64. Banjo-Tooie wasn't quite as good, but I still liked it a lot. Grunty's Revenge on the Game Boy Advance was pretty good, and I may receive a lot of thumbs downs for this, but I also think that Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is not a bad game. Actually, it's very addictive when you really get into it. So does this mean we'll see another 3D platforming Banjo-Kazooie adventure on the Switch and the Xbox Project Scarlet? I'll be talking about this a lot more in the Season 4 premiere arriving very soon. So that's it for this episode. So I will see all of you in the next season very soon. So have a great night or day, depending on where you are, and be fantastically chipperific. Bye. The end.